Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine. Well, great day, everyone, and welcome to Divine Connections podcast. I am so excited that you are here. So Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance moms, vendors, and we love doing what we do. So we have 2 events a year as well. One in March, which is my anniversary, where we'll have gospel groups, praise dance moms, and vendors. And then in September, this coming September, is our next annual event, which is Divine Connections Bring It event. We're going to have praise dance group, mom groups, vendors. We're all lifting up the name of Jesus, supporting our entrepreneurs, supporting our ministries, and giving God all the glory. So we want to see you in the place, and that is Saturday, September the 12th in Greensboro, North Carolina at Intentional Church, which is 3817 Westgate City Boulevard in Greensboro, North Carolina. Tickets are $35, with the ticket includes a Divine Connection shirt. So go ahead and try to get your ticket now. You can text 336-823-2136. Again, that's 336-823-2136. And you can cash out I Overflow. Okay. That's for the Divine Connections Bring It event at Intentional Church, 3817 Westgate City Boulevard. So I am so excited about that. So Divine Connections, the magazine comes out quarterly in print as well as online. You still have time if you like to advertise in the next magazine. We do half page and we do full page as well. And your ad runs for 3 months. And then we have these also at the event in September, and people can also order them online as well. So if you want to advertise your business, if you want to advertise your church, if you want to advertise your event or whatever you have going on, please allow us to share it with the masses as well. We also have my second book, which is The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire with Helping People. So I talk about my accomplishments through what I've done in my business and in my personal life with the help of the Lord. I could not do it without him. So if you want to know how I do what I do, get my book, The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. And we also have journals, Making It Happen. You are a divine connection because you are. The Bible says, write the vision and to make it plain. And so we are so excited that he's given us this opportunity to be creative, to have thoughts, and to put our ideas and thoughts on paper so we can see it come to tuition. Okay. So I'm definitely excited about that. All of those also will be at the event. So I will display this again. Text 336-823-2136. For more information about the event. I still do have a couple of more options for vendors. All right. And just a couple of more for praise dance moms and gospel steppers. So if you know anybody, if you or you know anybody in that category, please let us know. Again, that's going to be Saturday, September the 12th at 11 a.m. in Greensboro, North Carolina at Intentional Church, 3817 West Gate City Boulevard. You can cash app $I overflow. The tickets are $35 and it comes with a Divine Connections t-shirt as well. So I'm so excited. So the second portion of this is what I am excited about. Our guest is in the house. And so we're going to play just one little video before she comes on to reach out to vendors if you are interested in. And then we'll be back with our guest with Miss Tomeeka Jeffries. Hold tight. Awesome, awesome. Well, help me welcome Miss Tomeeka Jeffries. How are you?
Hello.
Awesome, awesome. Well, welcome, welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Okay. I am Tomeeka Jeffries. I am a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I
Oh,
am the owner and creative designer of Tomeeka's Covenant Creations. I'm born and raised right here in North Carolina. Um,
yes.
Brought up in Northampton County. Not sure if you're familiar with that area. You know how when you're from a small town, you say the
Yeah.
county instead of naming the town. But the Jackson Seaboard area is where I was raised. And so moved about for some time, but it landed
Mm-hmm.
right back here in North Carolina. So this is home.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, tell us what it is that you do.
Okay. So by day, I'm a treasurer and I work in the treasury. I am the treasurer for a construction company. And by night, as my husband would say, I'm Miss TCC. I'm Miss TCC. I make necktie necklaces for women. They are
Mm-hmm.
beautiful custom designs made to reflect, the personality of every woman. They come in all different kinds. You can have it as casual as you like, as
Mm-hmm.
fancy as you like, or something more that expresses your personality.
Awesome. And how did you get into that? What made you want to get into that?
Okay. So, ironically enough, I've never thought that I was a creative person, right? But one
Mm-hmm.
day I saw, I follow a fashion blogger, and she was wearing a necktie and
Mm-hmm.
necktie necklace, and she did a tutorial on how to make them.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, I can do that. I think I can do that.
Mhm.
So I made a couple and started wearing them. And what started out as just a hobby and, me
Mhm.
trying to just accessorize my own outfits turned into something much greater. Um, yes, I do sell the necklaces, but one of the things that I enjoy the most is meeting the people that I come in
Mhm.
contact with in the process.
Yes.
You meet all kinds of people. I have met some wonderful ladies that were just kind of friendly. We've laughed. I've even, shared moments with people where their tears were shed. And,
Yeah.
it's ministry, right? Because that's me.
Yeah.
And so everything
Mhm.
at some point leads down that path. And so for me, it's more than just selling the necktie, but being able to
Mhm.
make the connections, meet people where they are, but also giving people a boost of confidence because
Mhm.
most people, most females, when they feel good about what they have on, they feel good
Mhm.
about themselves.
That's right.
And a lot of people, they look at these and say, well, that's too fancy for me. I don't really dress, fancy enough to wear something that nice. And I tell them that's not true
Mhm.
because it's about meeting your wardrobe where it is. And then
Mhm.
too, because I love to shop, I always say, well, you can always just buy one, and that gives
Mhm.
you an excuse to go buy a new outfit, right?
Right. Right.
That's what I say. But again, I try to explain to them, you can wear this dressed up. Like tonight, I have it on with a button collar. Well, a lot of people don't like things very snug around their necks. The dress that
Mhm.
you're wearing tonight, I had a customer wear one with a dress, spaghetti strap dress like that, and it looked
Right.
wonderful. You can do
Nice.
it in a crew neck, whatever your preference. And that's what I tell people. There are no rules about the fashion part of it or how you wear it. It's preference and what you like.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, I just want you to feel comfortable and confident in wearing your custom piece.
I love that. I love that because we were just talking. I was just like, well, I don't know if I feel comfortable wearing a tie. That's like a
Right.
man thing. And so, elaborate what you were telling me about that.
Well, yes, traditionally a necktie it was created for a man, but anything now that you see, you can almost it's an accessory, right? And so
Hmm.
you dress it up very feminine like. For me,
Yeah.
I'm very careful about my selection of patterns. I want it to
Hmm.
look feminine because I want, like I said, when women wear them, I want them to feel pretty in them. I want them to feel confident, and I want it to be the standout piece, center of attention in your outfit on your outfit. And so, yes, everyone is unique. I try to make them so that the next you won't walk in the store and see another lady wearing one just like it. And
Right.
particularly with the jump ties, they are custom, and so you can see and experience a person's personality on the neck
Mhm.
that you can see and experience the person's personality on the necktie based
Yeah.
on the type of things that are on there, right? I,
Hmm.
I love handbags. I love Jesus, all of
Yeah.
that, right? I'm a woman of faith. And so
Uh-huh.
for me, this is tells you a little something about my personality without you
Right.
even having to say a word to me, right? And
Hmm.
so like I said, we designed them to meet the needs of the person that's wearing them. And so if you have a vision of a necktie that you want, then you talk to me about that and I help bring that to life. And so we
Hmm.
get to know each other a little bit and then you get to leave and walk away with something that you can be proud of that you took part in helping bring to life.
I love
So
that. I
I
love that.
love
I love the uniqueness. I love colors. I love the creativity. And my last event, I had a young lady that did ties too. And I was like, this thing must be really common. And then somebody else came in with the designer tie too. And I was just like, this must be really big now.
yeah.
And now I have another vendor that's going to be doing ties. So I love the creativity and I love what you say about it's more ministry when you get to talk to somebody, encourage them, find out a little bit, who they are, what they
Mhm.
like, maybe their struggles, but it gives them a woman to woman conversation for
Right.
one to just encourage them, let them know that God loves them and that you are
Absolutely.
beautiful. And just to encourage them because we all need that when we wake up in the morning. Life hits us in so many ways in so many directions, and so you need that inner peace, inner excitement, that loving on yourself and loving on God to show, to be the best person that you can be for yourself, for your family, for your church, for your business. You got to love on you, and loving yourself is very, very, very important. So I like the aspect of the creativity, loving on yourself, communicating, building relationships with people. That's
Absolutely.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share?
Yes, and to go back, to your comment about you're not sure if you want to wear something around your neck, I do offer other options as well. I
Okay.
what I call a necklace, a stole necklace. So it goes around your neck, like a necklace, but it's not
Mhm.
snug like a tie. It's
Okay.
more around this. It's like a lay. It lays around your neck like that. And
Okay.
those can be made in any color as well. So for those that don't really care for something around their neck, and also I have recently started doing hats as well. So you might
Ooh,
not be a necktie girl,
nice.
but maybe you are a hat girl.
Come on.
So we have the
I-
look. I'm messing, can't get it right in the camera.
It's okay. Okay, we can see it.
You can see it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
So
is
a couple of different
nice.
options there, for somebody that doesn't really want the tie. Um, but I do enjoy making those. Like I said, it started off as just being really therapeutic. I sit down at the table and come up, with different things. And as I
Hmm.
begin to wear them, begin to ask about them. And that's how TCC, which I call that Tomeeka's
Yeah,
Covenant Creations for short,
awesome.
TCC, came about. Yeah. But I've enjoyed, the whole process. learning a lot about myself as well
Mhm,
in the
mhm.
process.
What have you learned about
So,
yourself? This is going to be good. Yes. What?
uh, that if
Hmm.
I really set my, I mean, I know this about myself anyway, because it's all, my work ethic has always been, I get the job done, you know,
Mhm. Right.
and I will, you know, take extra steps that's required to make it happen. And so even with this, you know, sometimes people will have requests that seems to be a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, but I will make the effort to try to figure it out and get them what they want. And that has happened a couple
Mhm.
of times. So then I'm always proud of myself that, you know, I
Yeah.
put someone's pushing me, you know, I see what I see, but other people, like I said, you bring a vision to me and I try to help you help bring it to fruition. Well,
Mhm.
sometimes that requires for me to step outside of my comfort zone. And that's the
Come on.
same thing when you talk about ministry. You know, I walk with Christ is that, you know, he's going to ask you at some point in time to step outside of your comfort zone, because
Come
that's
on.
what a faith walk is. We walk by faith and not by sight. And so
Mhm.
it all for me just falls in line. And I have to put my faith in him in order to get these things done. Because not only do I need him to increase my level of creativity, stir up the gifts on the inside of me, but I also need him to strengthen me in areas
Mhm.
that are new to me, you know.
Mhm.
And I have always, you know, had to work with people, but that was always under the umbrella of someone else's name, someone else's company. Well, now this
Mhm.
is my brand and my
Come on.
reputation on the line. So I want to make sure that I'm producing the quality product that people will want to come back and come back and come back again. And that has been a blessing because I definitely have repeat customers. Repeat
Yeah.
customers. I had one lady's fiance say, she's gonna make you a billionaire. She every time I
Oh,
turn around, you know, she's buying one. But I'm thankful for those
that's
people who support me and continue to pour into to make this covenant creation. So
yeah. I like the part when you were saying step out your comfort zone, because I know even with my business Divine Connections, and I've been doing this 16 years now. I really, people think I like to be in front of people, but really I like to be behind the scenes. So when I started doing events, it kind of pushed me because I had to like be out there and talk to people and tell them who I am. I was like, well, I'm gonna just give me an MC, and after I introduce myself, I'll be done with that part, and I get the MC to do the rest of the part. But then I ended up not doing the MC and just doing that part myself. So it kind of pushed me as well, just to kind of grow, just to kind of build more confidence, being in front of people. Even though I'm a people person, I don't always like to be in front of the crowd when it comes to events. But I'm learning to stay, get outside of the box and just kind of rock and roll from there. So I definitely understand what you're talking about. So to any individual that's in ministry, that's in business, it's a faith walk. You have to encourage yourself. You have to believe in yourself, in what you're doing. So I like, even with Divine Connection, just creative thought. So that's where the Divine Connections magazine come from, the Divine Connections shirts, the Divine Connections mug. And so different things, your creativity starts to run and starts to flow. And I love it because even with the journals, I got the Divine Connection. You are, making it happen. You are Divine Connection. So
mhm.
the thoughts and the creativity continues to come, to strengthen who you are, to let people know who Jesus is, and to increase your brand as well. So anything
Correct.
else you want to share?
Absolutely.
Anything else you want
Yes. It was something that you said. Oh, I was going to agree with what you said about not really being a person that wants to be out front. I'm
to share?
absolutely an introvert. So having
Yeah.
to, you know, engage with the people when they come to the table in a way that's, you know, I have to perk up, you know, not necessarily perk up myself, but be excited about what you're doing. So the people that are
Right.
looking at it, they're excited about it as well. And so
Right.
I'm usually more laid back. So it definitely stretches you in different
Mhm.
ways or different areas when you step out, do something different. Um, but as a point, you know, of encouragement, like you said, um,
Mhm.
I haven't been in business long, right? But I
Mhm.
have been in life long. And you kind
There
of
you
have
go.
to look at it the same
Yeah.
way. Life with
Yeah.
life comes dreams and also opposition. So you're
Yeah.
gonna have things that you want to do but it's not going to always go exactly the way you expected it to. And so that's why
Mm-hmm.
we have to put our faith in someone greater than ourselves. And for
Right.
me, that's God. I cannot
Mm-hmm.
do anything without him. And I wholeheartedly believe that anything that he has given me to do, that he's going to allow my hands to prosper in that process. And so
Yeah.
that's the same thing, that you have to have that faith and believe that if he's giving you the idea or giving you the nudge to go do a thing, that he's going to give you provision and the wisdom to continue to do it. It made me think about Nehemiah and how God placed the passion in his heart to go
Yeah.
back and rebuild the wall in
Mm.
Jerusalem for his people so that they would be protected and so that they would regain their dignity back after they had lost everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the first thing that he did was he prayed. He
Come
went
on.
to God in prayer and asked him for clarity. Well, what
Mm-hmm.
did God do? He gave him um, provision. He gave
Mm-hmm.
him strategy. He gave him community, and they got the victory.
Yeah.
Even though that there were people surrounding them that wanted them to fail, people
Mm.
that were plotting against
Come
them,
on.
opposition came, but they continued to work together. And so then that's the other part about this, is that when your community comes together and
Yes.
supports what you're doing, that gives you that extra push to keep on going. Because
Mm.
truth be told, sometimes you just get tired and you want
Yeah.
to quit, right? And we're beyond talking about business.
Yeah.
We're talking about life, because this just applies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can only imagine that for business owners that have been in the thing a long time as well, though, when you don't see the results and
Come on.
maybe the financial outcome that you expected, you question whether you were really supposed to do a thing. But
Mm-hmm.
if that is the thing that God has planted and purposed in your heart, then you
Come on.
continue to stick with it. As Nehemiah said, when the people came to him and said, "Hey, come here, we want to talk to you," he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Well, what? I have work to do.
Come
I'm
on.
not coming off this wall." So
Come
I
on.
encourage you all today to just stay on the wall. Stay on
Wow.
the wall of faith. Keep praying, keep pressing, and just keep building. You may be in a season of your life where you're building or rebuilding from the ground up, either way. But just put your trust and faith in God that he's going to continue to see you through. He's going to give you the provision and the strategy to get through it.
I love that. I love that. A vendor from my last event, she was a grandmother, and she even at the age of 80 something, I can't remember her exact age, God had given her creativity to start drawing. And the drawing that I got was the Nehemiah "Don't Come Down Off the Wall."
Come
I
down.
wanted to run downstairs when you said that and bring it up here. I was like, oh my gosh, that is like, so that's another encouragement to me. I feel like when you hear stuff twice, pay
Yes,
attention.
it's confirmation.
Yeah, it's confirmation. Pay attention
Don't
to
come
it. But
down.
yeah, I have the artwork, and hopefully she'll come this time. We'll see. But I just love that she was 80 some years old, and even though she's that age, she still listened to God and still needed something to do. And she
Right.
started drawing, and she's got pictures and all of that. And so it was just so precious that she was able to be a part. Her and her granddaughter, she does Mary Kay. And so I was like, yes, you can bring your grandmother, because I want divine connection to be holistic. So I want you to bring your mother and your father and your kids and your grandkids, because we all need encouragement. I don't care how young or how old you are.
Right.
God has a purpose in all of our lives, and
Mhm.
we're here for a reason. And so when I do have Divine Connections event, it's not just an event. It's a way that I feel like God has allowed us to come together from wherever we are, to lift him up, give him honor, give him glory, but also to see the different ministries, the creativity, the encouragement. Like, so much stuff happens on the scene, behind the scene, before and after, that is a really divine connection. And it's not just an event. We call it like it's a movement and manifestation of just different things that happen. You know, people are healed, delivered, and set free. So when you come into the atmosphere, it's not going to be just an event. And I love that. It's like, come with your eyes open, your ears open, and your heart open to receive what it is that God has just for you. So like she said, it may be encouragement. I had one vendor a while back. a couple of years ago, she was a sweet vendor and she had stopped doing it. And then God was telling her to do it, start doing it again. And she saw my flyer. She called me and she's like, "But I don't have the business cards and all of that." I said, "Girl, you got food. Don't worry about that. So bring the food. You can worry about that. You can write your number down on a paper or something." And when I tell you it was a blessing, she came and she sold out and she about cried because she followed what God had said, not knowing, what was going to happen.
Right.
Even she felt like, I don't have everything together. I don't have everything together. But, you are your business. You are your brand. You are God's child. So people see you. People are connected to you. People are connected to the God in you. So do what it is that God has given you, your thoughts, your creativity. You just never know. So she was blessed in so many ways. She was encouraged. She sold out. And people wanted, her to do business, with them as well. So it was a blessing. So if you are listening, we encourage you for one to come on out. If you don't have a business or anything, just come out. Tickets are $35. I'll put this up again. It's Saturday, September the 12th at 11 a.m. in Greensboro, North Carolina. The church is Intentional Church, 3817 Westgate City Boulevard. Text me with any questions. You got any questions about anything? I am available. Just text. Okay. Don't call me, text. Because I don't answer numbers I don't know. 336-823-2136. And let's have a good time in the Lord and come together as a community, lift up the name of Jesus and encourage one another. And I'm excited because Miss Tomeeka is going to be there. Anything else you want to share? Oh, let me put your information. So how can people reach you?
So I am on Instagram at Tomeeka's Covenant Creations. My email is the same, Tomeeka's Covenant Creations at Gmail. And I am on Facebook as Tomeeka Jeffries. A website is coming. It's in the works. Just hasn't been fixed yet. So soon there will be an easier way, to make a purchase just like any other website, to be able to pay online and get your order. But currently you get the opportunity to talk to me directly, as well, as work with me to be able to create your necktie. Like I said, reach out to me, either one of those, via either one of those, and I respond fairly quickly. Once you, like I said, reach out, we can talk about your order. If you see something on Instagram or Facebook that you want that is still in inventory, then you get to have that as well. But like I said, if there's not something out there that you already see, let's say your family reunion is coming up and you have your family reunion is a particular color, but you don't see that color online and you want a necktie, I can work with you to get you what you need. I do ship as well. So if you're out of state, it doesn't matter. If you're not, not local to the area that I live, then it doesn't matter. We can get it to you.
I love that. I love that. Any last minute encouraging words? Anything else you want to share before we leave?
I said it before. Don't come down. Just stay on the wall. Keep pressing. Keep looking forward. Put your trust in God.
Yes.
He already has a plan for you. And even the vision that he's giving you, just because you don't see how the pieces are going to come together doesn't mean that he does not, because he already has it laid out. We just have to take the first step and take the first step to act, because the word tells us that faith without works is dead. So I can sit here and believe all day long that TCC is going to, be great, is going to be big. But if I never sit down to the table to make a tie, then nothing ever happens.
That part.
So I have to put my hands to work.
Come on.
And bring it in, bring it together with my faith and allow God to blow on it and allow it to increase. So that's the same thing that I would suggest and recommend for anyone that's listening. Is that if you have the vision, don't allow fear to stop you. Don't allow opposition to stop you. Work through it all. Pray, seek the Lord for a plan of strategy, plan of action, and get to work.
I love that. I love that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So listen, don't miss Divine Connections Bring It event Saturday, September 12th. Miss Tomeeka Jeffries will be in the house. Come get you a tie, okay? Come get you a tie. Come and support. Come and support. And we look forward to seeing you there Saturday, September 12th, 11 a.m. in Greensboro, North Carolina. So thank you, Ms. Tomeeka, for being my guest. I look
Thank
forward
you.
to having you at my event, and look forward to hearing the connections that's going to be made as well.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks so much. Hold tight. You guys, I am so excited. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. We look forward to seeing you Saturday, September the 12th at 11 a.m. in Greensboro, North Carolina. Go ahead and get your tickets. Tickets are $35, includes a Divine Connection shirt. So don't wait till the last minute to get it. All right. So we can make it happen together. We'll talk soon, and we'll look forward to seeing you at Divine Connections Bring It event.